This is my Eastar adult size drum set with 18-inch bass drum. This is actually an Amazon drum set. I bought it on Marketplace for $50, not with these cymbals or stands. It only came with a bass drum pedal and a snare stand and a tom holder. But this is, I think it was $300. It was original price on it on Amazon. I know I've known a lot of cheaper kits, but I actually bought this to destroy it. I'm going to not tear it up on stage, but I bought it just for the 18-inch bass drum shell. $50 is a hell of a lot cheaper than ordering some kind of shell online, and it's for a project, you know, like nesting kit design. But at any rate, these drums, you know, obviously just cheap plastic wrap, sticker for the label. The lugs are actually stamped steel. You can see there's a little lip here that's actually a plate, and then this is crimped around it with a spring inside and the lug. Another thing that's been happening with these Chinese kits is that these key rods, most of the drum keys don't fit them anymore. They'll actually round over them. I don't know if this is smaller or if the drum keys castings are just getting worse and worse. But even with the nice Evans drum key with the little dial on the top and the magnet, spin on these. They round over, so I've been having to use my old DW high torque. Let's see if I can get that in the shot. DW high torque, because it's a tighter fit. So pretty bad. I was trying to figure out how this kit could be that cheap, and it's because of those lugs. The screws on the inside, which look cool, are, you know, they're black hardware, and you're like, oh, neat, but they're actually machine screws that go into the sheet metal on the back side of this lug. So I don't have any faith in these lugs at all. They're coming off this bass drum. I'm gonna get wood hoops and rip the wrap off and make this a cool little 12 by 18 bass drum for another project. The spurs aren't bad, you know, and the casting on the for the bass drum and tom they're kind of chintzy. They got good chrome on them, but they're not really heavy duty. At any rate, the tom is 7 by 10. Floor tom is 10 by 14. Both of them are 6 lug, top and bottom, so 12 lug. Got kind of your regular old Taiwanese import floor tom leg brackets. The bass drum is 12 by 18, which is actually the old Ludwig Jazzette size. It's a little more shallow, which is kind of unfortunate because I was hoping to put a 12 by 14 floor tom in it, but I don't think it's going to fit. Well, I know it won't fit with the heads on, with the rims on, but we'll see what I come up with. But once again, project kit. Not even sure of the wood. It's relatively soft. And then the snare, it's a 5.5 by 14. Doesn't actually sound half bad. My 8 lug. It's not that bad of a snare. It looks like the cheap snares that you're seeing all over the internet now. But and doable. I mean, like I could have gigged this kit when I was a teenager. Could have used something like this instead of piecing together old CV700 and export parts. But at any rate, it's sitting with my A Zildjian's 13-inch, A New Beat hi-hats, 14-inch. I do believe that's a, what do we got? Thin crash, 16-inch medium thin crash, and an 18-inch medium ride. Medium ride's got some residue underneath where somebody had tape on it to try to make it, you know, a little more dead so it doesn't ring so much. I need to clean that off. But it's got it's fake import pinstripes, 2-ply heads on top, single plies on the bottom with no logos. Front head is a smooth white with the logo and the port already cut in it, and the same pinstripe. I put felt strip just past the logo there, and then a felt strip on the back side. I just used what I had around and didn't really change anything else. I kind of wanted to leave the kit as was so you can kind of hear how it sounds. Snare stand's okay. It's got those plastic feet on it. They probably just slide. I've never really played them without a rug. And then the bass drum pedal,
serviceable, but that cam on the back of it, maybe it's offset wrong, but it just drops off on the back side. So it doesn't really have this action, it just has kind of a fling Speed King style action. I don't know why they even bothered making it a chain drive. And I got my old LP bell on there, sticker logo on there too. 8 lugs on the bass drum, by the way. Anyway, I'm gonna put it in the stand and let you hear what it sounds like. It's pretty dead, but I want to document it before I tore it apart. Let's see if I can get this in a better position. Get more of the kit and less of me. Yeah, you can see part of my export over there. My drum room is totally torn apart and all dirty right now. Doggy's got all kinds of crap. He always brings in sticks and chews on them on the ground. I'm gonna try not to let him chew on sticks, but not drumsticks, like twigs, branches, and stuff like that. Bass drum pedal doesn't even actually clamp onto that hoop, so I need to put something in between there. Just kind of doing this last minute to get it going. So go through the kit. Snare drum without the mute. How I usually play them. With the mute. 7x10 tom. 10x14 floor tom. 12x18 bass drum. That's just felt strips. You know, so. Of course, 13-inch New Beats, 14-inch thin crash, 16-inch medium thin, medium ride. Ride's actually about as thick as I have a medium crash 18, and the profile is very similar. The crash sound to it sounds pretty close. I also have a medium thin 18-inch crash, which is very gongy. I don't think I would go that thin in that big of a cymbal. For some reason, the Azilchins, it just doesn't work. Other brands of cymbals like the Pice 18-inch crashes and thin sound amazing, but I don't know why on the A's. Maybe it's just because I have all older ones that are all beat up. Who knows? At any rate, I'll do a little bit of playing. I'm going to play with the mute off. I kind of like it a little bit better. So, it's great if you're just going, but if you're trying to get those you know, little grace notes, it just makes me stumble like I'm an amateur. And then I forgot the little cowbell. It's not a Black Beauty. It's the one that was included with a bracket. I got one from a buddy. Gave me a tambourine and a cowbell and a pile of. He's like, hey, you want my percussion stuff? He was like the third guitar player in the band, and they would always ask him to play acoustic and percussion stuff. So he had a bunch of little percussion instruments and gave me this cowbell, which I love. It doesn't have the advanced bracket, it just has a direct mount, but it has a really cool sound like the old, like some of the Kiss albums, the first one or the first three, but it's got that lever roll I can. I was gonna mess up the end of that fill anyway. But yeah, this kit's kind of lacking some of the low end. I don't mind a solid tap for a bass drum, especially if you're playing a smaller venue. You don't want to kill everybody, but I do miss having a bigger floor tom. I've kind of become a fan of 12 and 16, just because I like the higher tom, and I like the bigger floor tom. 10 is fine, but a 14 floor, especially without the depth on it, there's just something missing. Maybe I could isolate it from the ground a little bit more with some better feed or something, but I kind of like a heavier. To play, but that's basically the kit. Maybe I'll do something on the way out.